Hello everybody, it's Hollywood Best Durban July weekend and we're looking very forward to it. Close to it now. I've got Daryl Marie in the studio with me. I've got Darren Burrows on the line. So the A team's in place in looking forward to the big one, and we'll just have a quick chat about it and let you know what we're doing. Just in terms of the vaal now, 8 races on the card. We're on the main course, outside track. So the first race in particular is a maiden plate over 1,200 metres, and there's a horse, a 5 to 10 shot that Betway've got priced up called Vibe SA. Daryl, let's talk about this horse. Morning, welcome. All ready for the July?
I'm ready as can be, Clyde.
You're
Thank
still
you.
Oriental Charm.
I am, and see it again, his biggest danger. But obviously the race doesn't stop there, Clyde. It's going to be a humdinger of note. Yeah, the opening leg of the bar pot, opted to bank a Vibe SA. I mean, he's a natural banker, very consistent. He's deserving of a victory. He's going to get all the assistance from the saddle in Chamu Mabaya. His last 5 rides, Clyde, he's ended up in the winner's occasion on the winner's box on 3 occasions. So he's riding with a lot of confidence. Yeah.
Good for Chamu.
Yeah, natural banker. I see the false rail is the outside sets at 0. So my prediction is they come towards the outside, or that might be slightly superior going, but I don't know. Whether he was drawn 1 to 11, I'd still banker him.
Okay, so you're quite confident. Darren, are you also big on Vibe SA?
I've been big on him in his last 4 starts, and he's been beaten. Even last time out, I thought it wasn't a strong lineup at all, and he just stayed on one pace. So he's taking on the weakest field he has to date, and surely he's going to prove a runaway winner in this lineup. If he runs second again, then he's just one of those horses you can't back in future. But surely this is going to be his day.
Okay, that may well be the case. Let's have a look at our selections. Daryl has got a bipot up. He's bankering Vibe SA. There's a bank in the next race with horses at a cost of 270 Rand. So now we're going around the turn, the second race, 1,700 metres. And Hat's Queen does look like the obvious one. Tony Peter got another strong one on the day here. Hat's Queen priced up early 7 to 10 when we recorded the Thursday meeting on the Wednesday. Second choice, is Emblem of the Sun, who's priced up at 9 to 2. That's the price about that. And 7 Party Punch is at 6 to 1. 7 to 1 and better about the others. And Darren Burrows, talk about Hat's Queen. Darren, and I guess maybe hard horse to beat here. Just before you answer that, I know you like to make up your mind the night before a race meeting, but early predictions in terms of the Hollywood Best Durban July for you?
Currently, before studying the card properly, I do like Winchester Mansion at a big price. Okay. I think he's peaking at the right time. His last run was a cracker, and he's got a handy galloping weight and a decent draw. So currently, Winchester Mansion at 16 to 1, but I haven't studied yet.
Okay, so we'll find out from you on Friday, more about Friday, and we'll send it out to all our followers on the WhatsApp group. Okay, Hat's Queen, are you going with that?
Yes, I am. I think Hat's Queen's a horse to beat. I know her first start, 7 runners, 0 direct winners, and last time out, 0 winners from 4 runners direct. But avoided loose horse was the comment. So that cost her the race probably against Festival of Magic. That was in mixed company and does stay the mile. So the 1,700 is not going to be a problem. So Hat's Queen's a horse to beat. I would include this horse, Emblem of the Sun, stepping up from 1160 to 1,700 meters. And Mozieni, we could see big improvement from this filly, and she's had 3 fair runs to date. And then Party Punch of the rest. She has run 3 lengths off in handicap company against older horses, so she's got a place chance.
Okay, thank you for that, Darren. Daryl, your take on this?
Clyde, yeah, I'm happy enough in bankering Hat's Queen in the bipot and the place accumulator. I mean, last time she was desperately unlucky. That loose horse impeded her and it cost her victory. Okay. Stronger handling back against her own sex. I think everything points towards her. Got respect for Emblem of the Sun. She's only had 3 starts straight. 2 of those have been against winners. But I looked at her comments of her last start, respiratory noises. So that puts a little bit of doubt in my mind because she's taking quite a step up in trip over here from 1200 to 1700. If she does have breathing issues, I don't know if that's really going to be the right move. But her breeding, she's a sister to Captain Peg, doesn't get more than 1400. Excuse me, Clyde. So yeah, I'm happy with Heads Queen, and then Party Punch for Trifecta. She's well held by Heads Queen, but her last two starts have been against winners, so natural Trifecta inclusion.
Okay,
5 from 3 and 7.
Okay, we'll do that, but you are bankering that screen in your play in terms of the place accumulator, which is on the screen. So a maiden juvenile plate, now we go 1700 metres. Let's have a look at the Betway market. Number 6, Serrano's top of the boards, priced up favourite 14 to 10 on the Wednesday for Joe Soma. 7 Towers of Gold, second favourite 2 to 1 for Paul Matchett. And Roy Magner's got I Belong, who's the third favourite at 33 to 10. They bet 10 to 1 bar those three. Can tell you that in terms of the form, or the form line, that last start, Serrano, the form line's been powerful.
Yeah, there have been 2 winners from their club, but also there was a horse that ran over the weekend that finished just behind Serrano in Gold Fever, who never lifted his hooves. So I'm not entirely convinced. I do like his chances. Interesting, they put the tongue tie on and they're putting him over further. If that does the trick, I can see him winning. Then you also have to have respect for I Belong. Last time out, he broke well, and then he took a few awkward strides, and he ended up further back than ideal. Ran on well, trainers in good form, having his peak run. You have to respect him.
And a couple of winners from there as well, yeah.
That form line's also been franked.
Yeah.
Clyde, and then Towers of Gold. I liked his debut. Then he was put up the straight of a slightly shorter. But I had a look at his breathing. He's damn won twice over a mile. I think he's going to love the step up in trip. So I don't really want to separate the 3 of them. I think they all got strong winning claims.
All right, so you're making it open. Mr. Burrows, what do you say, sir? Let's talk about the running of the third race, start of the pick 6.
Start of the pick 6, Clyde. I've gone 3, 6, and 7. That's all you need to get through the first leg, I believe. I Belong ran second to Guerrilla Warfare. There's been 2 direct winners from 3 runners. So, and late effort over a mile. He was running on strongly. So he'll run well. Then you got Serrano. He tries the 1700 meters. We don't know if he'll see it out. He does show pace and stay onto the line. There's been 2 direct winners from his last 2 starts. So that's decent. And then Towers of Gold, stepping up from 1100 meters to 1700, but has been doing his best work late up the straight. So 3, 6, and 7 to get you through the pick 6.
Okay, thank you, Darren. There's your pick 6 on screen. Everybody, come now. Let's get money before the July. So there are a couple of scratchings there when we did the show Wednesday morning already. The 6 horse Paradise Flower, 9 Greek Lightning, they're both out. And that leaves you with, 11 runners now in the first leg of the jackpot. As a stand straightforward maiden plate. Fillies and mares over 1,200 metres. Petway's early market for this race is a horse called Cat O'Clock for Tiny Peter, priced up favourite 2 to 1. Second choice for Lucky Delakas is Willie Meet Again, 13 on the card, priced up at 3 to 1. And 33 to 10 about Tiny Peter's other runner, Kamati River. I see Lucky Delakas has got a first timer in here, a horse called Sequestrate, who's the 4th choice, but in double figures and don't know anything about it. Okay, Mr. Burrows, let's talk about it. You like Tiny Peter's horse or horses?
I do. I like Cat O'Clock quite a lot. The only concern is the second run back after a rest, but that was over a month ago, so she could have freshened up nicely again. She had a long break between October and June 2024. So last time out at Scottsville was 10th going through the 800 meter mark. She wasn't far back. She dropped back 3 lengths through the 400 and stayed on strongly towards the finish. It says hanging in at the 500 meter marker. I don't know if she has issues that she was rested for so long, but surely with natural improvement, this could be the horse to beat because she's had 2 good efforts. Kamati River, ran 6 in a 16 horse field. There was market support on debut. There's been 2 direct winners already from that form line. I wouldn't exclude her, and Calvin Habib takes the ride on this one. And then Willie meets again, second on debut against winners, behind Simply Majestic, who looks quite decent. So I thought between those 3 runners, I did include the scratching Green Lightning in the pick 6. We can double up.
Okay, thank you for that, Darren. Your take on it, quite keen on Tony's horses. You, Daryl?
Yeah, what do you think, Clyde? Calvin's a stable jock. He's opted to get off number 7, Cat
Yeah,
O'Clock, and on to
right,
number
Kamati.
10, Kamati Rover.
Yeah, I don't
What do you
know.
make of that?
I think, well, you've got to respect it. I mean, he's the stable jockey, so yeah.
Yeah, I prefer Kamati Rover. I thought that was a fair enough debut. You know, the 3rd and the 5th placed runners have won since then, Clyde. And I might just add, the 7th placed runner should have won. Take your place. I know it wouldn't have been a direct winner, but it would have franked the form further, albeit indirectly. I like her. I think she's got a lot of scope for improvement. I got respect for Cat O'Clock, but I think she does come with her issues. She was off for quite some time, second run after rest. In my mind, not the stable elect. In that race, that ran second was Willow Wild, trained by Lucky Lockus. He'll have a little bit of a line because he's got number 13 of here, Willie Meets Again, who recorded a lovely debut effort over 1,000 meters on the inside track. Had a look at the breeding. The dam 1 over 13, half brother by Captain of All, 1 over a mile. But my concern is the 3rd and the 4th place horses in that race didn't have the best of form coming in. But she's got so much scope for improvement. I'm going in this order 10, 13, 9, Clyde.
Okay, thank you so much. Good. Okay, race 5 is a handicap, divided handicap, fillies and mares. They're going 1,200 metres. Looks like One Fell Swoop's just coming out of a Group 1 race. May have a bit of a claim. Let's see, Betway's market 92 about Alexia's Love. Number 7 on the card, 5 within Wings Within Me. He's priced up second choice 5 to 1. One Fell Swoop is at 6 to 1. Must have some sort of claim, I would have thought, Daryl.
Yeah, I think they're using that apprentice to get some weight off her back, Clyde. You know, she's a really high-class filly, so
Yeah.
I don't think this is really a target. It might be a prep for something to come up. Yeah, Clyde, I think I found some value here. What price is number 12 over here? Second Breath.
Number 12, Second Breath, I'll tell you now. Right at the bottom of the board, 25 to 1.
Yeah, she doesn't deserve to be that price. You know, I know it's been quite some time in between drinks for her, but have a look at her rating, Clyde. It's right down to an 80. And I went back and had a look at her form. Her last one was off an 81, so she's below that mark. Her recent runs have been around the bend from tricky draws, back up the straight. Over a course and distance, she's very effective over. She's had 9 starts here for 3 wins and 2 seconds. Off this rating, I think there's a lot of value about number 12, Second Breath. Then number 11, Green Flash. The comments in the book says balk late. I disagree with that. I thought she was balked throughout the running of the race and only got out very late. But that was over 1,000, 1,200. This filly does need to settle. If she settles over the 1,200, Clyde, she's very decent. So I'm going 12 from 11, but this is a very tricky race. You want to go field.
Yeah, there you go, field. That's probably the way to play it. Doesn't sound, I'm not convinced about anything. Mr. Burrows?
Well, I like a bit of One Fell Swoop. She did run in a grade 1 last time out. She usually goes to the front, and she was pretty much at the back of the field going through the 400 and faded out of it. She stumbled at the start. Maybe that cost her a couple of lengths. So with a 4 kilo claim, she's definitely got a big say. I've included Call Me When You Need Me. I think the drop back in trip's going to suit. She's had 2 runs over the distance for 2 seconds. Course and distance ran second from 1 start. I've also included Alicia's Love. I thought she stayed on really strongly last time behind Chasing Happiness, who could be well above average. And then I've included On Cue. I think the step back up in trip is going to suit her. She's been running over 1,000 meters. If you look at her course and distance form, 2 wins, 2 seconds, 2 thirds from 8 starts. So Muzi Yeni with 53 kilos on cue has to go in, and one other to include is Green Flash. I think she's got ability and everything goes into place. She could run well. Just a horse to include if you're playing wider is Tulip Tree. She ran second over course and distance behind Valdorcia a while ago, but this is a bit sharp for her. She'll be running on late.
Thanks, Darren. That's a jackpot that's been up. Darren Burrows' jackpot. So 200 Rand per. Okay, we're going 1,200 metres again now. That's where we'll be in terms of this divided handicap. It's at the 78 level. That's the latest with regards to the Vaal race number 6. Betway, let's talk to you quickly, see what the story is with the market. They got 5 to 1 the whole field. Must be the hardest race on the card. So maybe it's a field race. I don't know. I'm going to ask Darren Burrows. Tony Peters had a strong hand throughout the day. He's got this horse, Where's the Party, who's top of the boards at 5 to 1. Excuse me. 2 Waterloosy, Lucky to like horse. 6 to 1, second favourite. Sean Terry's got the 14 Golden Moment at 7 to 1. And Roy Magna's got the 4 Princess Lola, who's 8 to 1. And there's a 10 to 1 shot on Wednesday when we recorded a horse called Mika's Bomb number 9. And then it's 12 to 1 and better about the others. Okay, let's bring Darren Burrows in now. Find out, Mr. Burrows, what you like, and then I'll come to Daryl.
Well, Clyde, I actually like this horse, Where's the Party, quite strongly. On my podcast, I've actually tipped her as my play for the day because I think there's big value. I always rated this filly when she was still with Shane Humby from day one. I think she won her second start at Greyville, and she showed a lot of ability. She was brought to Cape Town and never delivered. She went to the Pete Steyn stable, showed a bit of improvement. But now that Tony Peters taken her over, she won first time at Turffontein over 1160, and she beat a Fairfield. And last time out, that horse here, Komi Boki, a newcomer to Joburg, just won hands and heels, but she was staying on from behind, and I don't think the inside track suited her. So back up to straight, third run for the stable. I think even with 60 kilos, Where's the Party? I think she's worth a bet, and you can take an each way bet as well. There is 4 places on the bookies. And the total have 3 places. No, the total have 4 places as well because there's 16 runners and 2 reserves. Waterloosy's won 2 in a row. Since she's come back from that break, she's really done well. She won with hands and heels last time out, beating Mickey's Bomb, who she meets again. Phantom Express returns after a break, but she's run behind the likes of Red Bomber, Ripple Effect, Woman of Power, decent horses. Joker Man last time out. All depends on her fitness. Those were the horses I was focusing on. Lady Elliott's another one to consider. I really liked the way she quickened up last time out at the finish.
Okay. The latest with that, Darren, is Lady Elliott's just been taken out. So that's not going to run. That's the latest hot off the press news that we got this morning, or now in the last 5 minutes, or whenever it was, that Lady Elliott's not running. Okay, we heard from Darren quite a detailed synopsis for you.
Very difficult. I'll give Where's the Party a winning chance. I like the fact that she's back at the straight. I think she can go close. Let's see how the draw pans out, Clyde. Waterloosy's in cracking form. If you like her chances, you have to have respect for Mika's Bomb, number 9, who's 3 kilograms better off. If you're playing trifectas and quartets, please include number 6, Glawari. This filly up the straight of a 1200, I think she performs her best. Last time out, everything went wrong in running. She's having a peak run. Let's see how she goes. Number 6, Glawari. But for me, I made this a very difficult race. 1, 2, 4, 6, 9, and 10, in my mind, all have winning claims.
Yeah, okay, well, like you, Darren also likes Where's the Party. He's making that as the outright win bet, currently around 5 to 1. But there's some value to be had after this, as you heard from both Darren and Daryl, with some shrewd horses mentioned for trifectas, quartets, place money. If you weren't paying attention, listen to it again. Welcome back to Betway's Weighted to Win. Now we're going to look at this penultimate race on the card. Race number 7. They go around the turn 1,700 metres. It's a handicap. It is at the 80 level. Note that 6 and 8 are not running. They've both been taken out. Betway's got Source Frappe top of the boards. Number 7, 17 to 10. 7 and 2 about number 5, Moolah Man. And number 4, Fushimi Inari is 4 to 1. You can get 6 to 1 about the Source Majestic Palace. And then 7 or 8 to 1 and better about the rest. I noticed in your jackpot you bank at Alec Leeds, yeah? So you're quite keen on it?
I like the look of it, Clyde. You know what interests me is I watched his latest replay. Now, this horse in the past always did things hard in running. He really was fierce. Last time out, they tried the cheek pieces. He settled beautifully. And you know, in that race, the leader fell away tamely. Horse trained by Brett Crawford, Weather Wizard.
Right.
And the winner came from Stone Last. So in my mind, they might have gone a little bit hard in the in running, and it set up the race for the horse, the finishers. And he did extremely well to stay on for second. I think of the same rating, he's going to be very, very competitive, just as long as he settles in running once again. I do believe he'll go through the divisions and win his races, this horse.
Okay, so you're quite keen on this horse, huh?
The danger I make is number 2, Royal Edition. Now, it's been, I don't actually think this horse has contested a handicap in his entire life. He's always been in plated races. And have a look at his rating. It's down from an 89 to an 80. And it's a handicap start for him now. So I think he's going to improve on his recent form. So I'm going in order of preference 7 from 2.
Okay, Royal Edition 12 to 1. But keen, of course, on Alec Leeds. Darren, would you agree with that?
Yes, I do like it. I know Alec rates him quite highly. Well, he did from day one. And he got his maiden out the way 4 runs back. His last 2 runs have been good. I know he pulls very hard, but like Daryl said last time out, he settled his head and he didn't overdo it. And he was just beaten by a better horse on the day. Twa Cut can really unwind his stride from the back end of the field very strongly, and he took over the lead and won by 3 3/4 lengths. Now, I haven't banked him. I put in Fushimi Inari. They tried him over 24 and 2,600 meters where he disappointed slightly. 1,800 meters, not a bad run. 2,000 meters, 3 lengths behind Marauding Horde. He's run off Banner Bridge and Biofarmer. He hasn't got bad form. He had a rating of 87. He's now got a rating of 79. So I do give Fushimi Inari a big winning chance. Others to include Moolah Man, the stable companion to Fushimi Inari. He hasn't got bad form. It's his 3rd run back after a break, and they're trying the extra trip with him, which we don't know if it's going to suit or not. Those are my leading lights. I've also included Majestic Palace and a horse called Guy Alexander just as a roughie.
Okay, thanks, Darren. So you've gone a bit wider than what Daryl has. Daryl, however, keen on the early favourite. Welcome back. The last race. We're going to get some quartet money before the July. Darren, I know Darren Burrows will help me with that. Handicap 73 over 1,400 metres up the straight. Favourite when we had a look was that horse Putin's Promise 4 to 1. Number 2 on the card, revised betting, because they scratched that horse, was it called? Walled Garden. It's been taken out, it's not running anymore. Some of us were waiting for it to run, to be honest. Second choice, number 3, Grand Crescendo, 9 to 2. Number 4, Sneak Preview, is currently priced up at 5 to 1. 5 to 1 with number 5, Fast Duty. Changes the race. I know you're also keen on Walled Garden, Darren.
Yes, I was keen on Walled Garden. I thought he was very unlucky last time out, but unfortunately he's been scratched. I've landed on this horse, Grand Crescendo, the 2-year-old. His first 2 starts were in juvenile feature company behind Roman Agent, where there weren't bad efforts, 5 lengths off both times. And last time out on the high fault after a break, he was playing up, sweating up. Everyone before the race thought this horse can't come back. during the race, he was fighting for his head, and how he still stayed on to win, I don't know. And he beat that Oshinto Shrine who came out to win. He's been gelded right after he won, obviously to try and settle him down and get him to focus on his races. And hopefully he can bounce out and settle. If he settles, I think he could go back to back against older horses for the first time, because it's not a strong lineup. There's a bunch of handicappers that have been around for quite some time, and I'm just hoping that he's progressive enough to beat this lot.
Okay. Thanks, Darren. Let's talk to Daryl now. It's the last race on the card. Make it good.
Clyde, I really like this horse, Grand Crescendo. I think he's very decent. Like Darren touched on, he did things wrong in running last time, and despite that, he still managed to get the job done. So keen to see how he goes now that he's gelded. Hopefully, he's got his mind on the actual job now, and if he can focus, I think he could be very decent and well above average. So he is my number one choice. Clyde, this number 12. What price is he? Call Me Master.
Call Me Master is 14s.
Yeah, I'll give him a chance
You've
over
took
here.
this horse before, haven't you?
He loves the course and distance.
Yeah.
He loves the Vaal straight, in fact.
Yes.
His ratings come down nicely.
Yes.
His last one was off a 74. He's right down to a 66. Robbie Sage's yards going along
Not too
nicely
bad, eh?
currently. And I see they're trying him with the blinkers again, Clyde. So maybe Muzi got off last time out and said to Mr. Sage, put the blinkers back on him.
Yeah.
Make him focus. So yeah, I think he's in his place, but off this rating, he could feature. So
Okay.
Grand Crescendo ahead of Call Me Master.
You got your book? You got your book? That's important. Grand Crescendo for Darren Burrows. Daryl agrees the same. Hope you got your book for the July. That's coming up just 48 hours away.